नमो तस्सा भगवतो अरहतो सम्मा सम्बुद्धस्सा नमो तस्सा भगवतो अरहतो सम्मा सम्बुद्धस्सा नमो तस्सा भगवतो अरहतो सम्मा सम्बुद्धस्सा बुद्धं शरणं गच्छामि धम्मं शरणं गच्छामि संघं शरणं गच्छामि द्वितीयम्पि बुद्धं शरणं गच्छामि द्वितीयम्पि धम्मं शरणं गच्छामि द्वितीयम्पि संघं शरणं गच्छामि तृतीयम्पि बुद्धं शरणं गच्छामि तृतीयम्पि धम्मं शरणं गच्छामि तृतीयम्पि संघं शरणं गच्छामि इति उत्तरो पुरिसधम्मसारथि सद्धादेवमनुस्सानं बुद्धो भगवाति स्वाख्यातो भगवता धम्मो सन्दिट्ठिको अकालिको येहि पश्चिकोपनयिको पश्चात्तं वेदितव्यो विन्युहीति सुपटिपन्नो भगवतो सावकसङ्घो भुजपटिपन्नो भगवतो सावकसङ्घो न्यायपटिपन्नो भगवतो सावकसङ्घो सामीचिपटिपन्नो भगवतो सावकसङ्घो यदिदं चत्वारि पुरुषयुगानि अष्टपुरुषपुद्गला एष भगवतो सावकसङ्घो आहुनेयो बाहुनेयो दक्षिणेयो अञ्जलिकरणीयो अनुत्तरं पुण्यं खेतं लोकस्याति बुद्धं धम्मं संघं नमस्सामि Homage to the Blessed One, homage to the Perfect One, homage to the Supreme Enlightened Buddha, homage to our most venerable teacher, Dr. Acharya Buddhadatta, the founder president of Mahabodhi Society of Bangalore. Dear venerable monks, blessings to all of you and welcome to all the Upasakas and Upasikas for this evening Dhamma session. First of all, we would like to greet you and give you greetings, and we hope that you all are safe and healthy at your homes. From the monks from Mahabodhi Society, our thoughts and our prayers are with you at these difficult times of crisis. As we have been discussing the Dhamma every day since this COVID-19 struck, we have started this Dhammadana series just to relieve from this COVID-19, just to face this challenging situation. So, on the part of this series, today we will do meditation for some time. Thereby, we will calm down our mind. So, first there will be a guided session, and then we will listen to the words of the Buddha. We will discuss the Dhamma, and then I will chant the blessings and the protective sutras for your well-being and happiness. So, dear listeners, uh, now we have all gathered here to accumulate merits and to build up our armies at this time when everyone is facing the same situation, whether the young ones or the old ones, whether you are in India or you are in any parts of the world, we are facing the same fear, same anxiety, same worry, same tension throughout the world. And at this time, it is all the more important to reflect upon this changing times and to make our mind calm and peaceful. So, to begin with the session, let us start with a meditation, a short guided meditation. So, I would ask all of you sitting on your bed or sitting on the floor or on the chair, wherever, but make sure that your body is relaxed and you take a comfortable posture. Whichever posture is fit for you, you may choose that. And now, sit down comfortably, keep your back and neck straight, keep your hands on your lap, the right hand should be on the left. Feel relaxed in your body, feel lighter and lighter in your body. Feel completely relaxed from the top of your head to the bottom of the feet. Meditation starts with the relaxation of the body. Do not move your body, shake your body. Just be relaxed. Just be composed. Just be comfortable enough to, to start your inner journey. Now, let go of your thoughts about the past. Atitam nangamaya. Let go of your thoughts about the future. Nopadikanke anagate. Let go your worries, your tension, imagination, planning. Let go your thoughts about the future. Let go all the thoughts about the past, the memories, the jungles of the memory. Just let it go. And similarly, do not let your mind to go into the imagination, the imaginary world of wilderness, of planning and imagining and all sorts of things. Now bring your mind onto your breath. Focus your attention on your breathing and breathe in and breathe out. Forcefully take a few long breaths. Breathe in and breathe out a few times. Long breaths. And establish your awareness at your nostril, at the entrance of your nose, below the nose, above the upper lip, and start observing the breath. You can observe the breath at the tip of your nose or even at the abdomen. When you breathe in, your abdomen rises. When you breathe out, your abdomen falls. Whichever area you can feel the breath, you can focus your mind there. The incoming breath, outgoing breath, the incoming breath, outgoing breath. Breathing in, you note this is in breath. Breathing out, you note this is out breath. With each and every single breath, establish your mindfulness. Not even a single breath should miss your attention. The breath is there all the time. The moment we were born until now, we are breathing. We are breathing, but we have no time to watch this breath. Breath is our lifeline, no breath, which means no life. So out of gratitude and gratefulness towards this breath, now keep on observing this breath. Nothing but the bare breath, the normal breath, the natural breath. Do not try to regulate or control this breath. Just be aware of it. Just be mindful and let go. Let go your thoughts. At times when your mind goes slip away from the meditation object, well, at that time you don't have to worry or agitate. You just have to apply your understanding, your wisdom. You just have to accept that reality. You accept that my mind has wandered away, and patiently, with forbearance, you bring it back onto the breath and start observing your breath again. You have to do it again and again. This is the training of the mind. Meditation means the training of the mind. Training in order to change our habit pattern. The tendency, the habit pattern of the mind is to run after the thoughts, emotions, reacting to it, constantly roaming about, run about. to this object or that object. So meditation is an exercise of the mind to make it strong, to make it, to cultivate, to develop it, to make it powerful. Meditation is the best technique to maintain the balance, to get the mental health. Meditation is the best technique. So if you want to live happily and peacefully, this is the way, this is the path. Live with your breath. The more and more you are with your breath, the more your mind becomes calm and concentrated. The more your mind becomes still and tranquil. Living in the present, which means be aware of your breath, moment to moment, moment to moment. Anapanasati, meditation on breathing, is a best suitable meditation subject for everyone, and it is very simple. Everyone is breathing all the time. We are breathing. So breathe mindfully. Breathe consciously, with awareness, with alert mind, with attentiveness. So now with this calm and concentrated mind, let us do Metta Bhavana for some time. Let us radiate the thoughts of universal love towards yourself and to all living beings. Before you start, before you begin the metta, be happy. Fill up your heart with joy and happiness. Feel happy. Feel peaceful. You have all the conditions with you to be happy. Having born as human being, you got a healthy body and a mind, and all the sense organs are intact, and you have encountered the teachings of the Buddha. And even more, you have the opportunity to sit and meditate, to investigate the Dhamma, to contemplate the Dhamma. You have great opportunity to practice the teachings of the Buddha. So wish yourself, may I be happy and peaceful. May I be free from mental and physical suffering. May I be free from sickness, illness, dangers and problems, fear, worries, tensions. May I grow up on the path of blessings and path of Dhamma. May I take care of myself happily. May my parents, my teachers, relatives, my friends, near and dear ones, be happy and peaceful. May they be free from mental and physical suffering. May they grow on the path of blessings and Dhamma. May they be safe and protected. May they take care of themselves happily. May my family members, my neighbors, fellow citizens in the city, in the village or in the city or in the country where you live in, people throughout the world, millions and billions of people who are going through a difficult phase of their life, who are suffering in the hospital, who are afflicted by the COVID-19, radiate your thoughts of metta, break the barrier, reach out throughout the universe, throughout the world. May all the people, the whole world, be happy and peaceful. May they be free from physical and mental suffering. May they grow up on the path of blessings and Dhamma. May they be safe and protected. May they be liberated. May all the beings in the universe, in its 10 directions, in different world systems, whether on land or in the water or in air, may all beings, far or near, visible or invisible, large or small, innumerable beings in the universe, from the top of the world system to the bottom of the world. May all beings be happy and peaceful. May all beings be free from mental and physical suffering. May all beings be free from sickness, death, worries, tensions and problems. May all beings grow in the path of blessings and Dhamma and be liberated. May all beings be liberated. May all beings be liberated. Now you come back to yourself. Visualize your own face, a smiling face. And at the end, give metta to yourself. Sabbe satta sukhino bhavantu. Sabbe satta aviramantu. Sabbe satta anikhavantu. Sabbe satta abhyagacchavantu. Sabbe satta dukkhamunchantu. Ladha sampatito mahavigachantu. Kammasaka kammadayada kammayoni kammabandhu kammapatisarana yang kammang karisanti kalyanam va papakam va tassadayada bhavisanti. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay, now you may slowly open your eyes and relax. Just open your eyes with awareness, with happiness. Feel joyful, feel energetic. You have now joined with me in this evening meditation session. I hope you spent nicely, and I give my anumodana to everyone who joined with me this evening session. So, having practiced anapanasati and metta bhavana, we will now contemplate on the Dhamma. So today, we will be discussing about another interesting aspects of Dhamma, another facets of Dhamma. As you remember in the last session, I have told you about the 5 rare things which we encounter in our lifetime. I have already told you about the preciousness of human life. But today, I will contemplate on the what exactly this life and what is the nature of very nature of our existence. So, dear Dhamma friends, if I compare the life with a tree, and this tree of our life gives us a message, and ultimately our life is no different from the tree. You see, the tree have different types of leaves. The tree have tender and green leaves. The tree have the red colored leaves, and the tree has yellow leaves, and the tree also has the dry leaves. But older leaves. So sometimes when we come across that suddenly dry leaves fall off the tree and we make no notice of it. We think that it is natural that when the leaves grows old and becomes dry, it will fall apart. But certain person, and then you see your yellow leaves also fell down, not fully matured, but still due to mild wind, it blows and then the leaves fall down. Similarly, we see some red color leaves fall down. We think that, oh, these leaves are so weak that it's with a simple, a mild wind, it just fall apart. And but even then, sometime with a blow, with this huge wind, with a strong blow of wind, even the tender and green leaves fall down. We we think, oh, how come it has happened like that? Yes, it is very much possible that all types of leaves they fall down one day, sooner or later. So, my dears, there is no guarantee that life lasts forever. Life ultimately heading towards the cessation, the falling apart. Even the old and mature people, they die, and even the young and middle-aged people also, they pass away, they fall sick. And even the younger ones, those who are still in middle 30s or 40s, they also die. Or even the young ones, the adults or teenagers, they also face the same situation. So life is ultimately very short, and it constantly deserted us stages by stages. So one occasion, one deva, one deity, he approached the Buddha. He says, life is constantly deserting us. Life is carried away in this flood of death. Oh Lord, please tell us what we should do. What is the wiser thing to do at this point of time when you are constantly deserted? Now we hear the news that in such a such country this much people died. In such America these people died. In Asia this much of people have died. In India this much people have died. Everywhere is death. Everywhere is this virus. So the universal nature of our life is sickness and death. But we actually have not contemplated on this fact of our life. So from this analogy, from the example which I gave you, it is remind us that the impermanent nature of our life. Now when the deities asked the Buddha this question, the Bhagavan said, well, when life is constantly deserting us in the form of sickness and death, and we are all carried away by this flood, and we are all falling asleep, we are all sleeping, we are all ignorant that we are heading towards death. Then what a person should do? The Bhagavan said, a person should actually abide by the Dhamma. He should cultivate, he should live righteously, he should do more and more merits in his own life. So in another example, if you imagine, in another example which I will just bring in here in this context. Imagine that a huge boulder, a huge mountain is just rolling on and on and on, and is coming from the east directions. And a person, a messenger keeps on telling, oh dear people, oh the citizens, now a very huge boulder is rolling on and is walking by. It's heading. Be alert, be careful. Similarly, in the western direction, a huge boulder is approaching. A very huge boulder, and it just crosses. It just crushes people who are coming along that path. Similarly, in the north directions and in the south and south directions. So this huge boulders is approaching from the four directions and it's crossing without any distinction, without any differences. Whoever comes in the way just crushes it. Now, what at this point of time you just think that what a wise person, what you should do, how you should live. There is no way to escape from it. How we should live? We should contemplate on this fact. So the Buddha said, uh, the Buddha asked King Pasenadi Kosala, that if such is the fact, what, O great Maharaja, what you should do when a great boulder is approaching from all the four directions and crossing the wings? Then he says, O Lord, if such is the fact, I have no refuge, only abiding and living by Dhamma. I have to live righteously, mindfully, heedfully. I have to cultivate more and more merits in my life. So, this example of boulders actually is nothing but the death, the messengers of the death. When this messenger is approaching from four directions, that means now we hear that in Europe this virus is spreading, and so many people have uh, found positive. So many people have lost their lives. In America, it is spreading, and so many people, in thousands, they have lost their lives. And even in Asia, India, and many, many places in Thailand, in Burma, and wherever we are. So if this COVID-19 is a great boulder, we can say, it just whoever get affected by this, it just there's no way to come out of that. So at this point of time, we have to live mindfully. We have to live by the Dhamma. The Dhamma is the only refuge which can give us the safety, which can protect us from this danger. So you can understand the impermanent nature of a life. If we have life, then we have values. We give values to the things if we have actually life. For a sick person or a person who is suffering, for him or her, there is no meaning of life. So if there is life, then there is value of this life. And moreover, when we live this life meaningfully and mindfully, then we have actually more value to this life. So we have to take these positive lessons from this COVID-19. So if it is, the sickness is universal, the death is universal. And our life is actually very short. So impermanence, when you cultivate these thoughts of impermanence to this universal fact, then actually you are giving values to your life. You are growing in wisdom. You are now no more in ignorance. You are no more in darkness. And you are in a great relief. So Like the Buddha says, the heedful ones die not, but the heedless are as if already dead. Appamado amatapadam, pamado machunopadam, appamatta namiyanti, epamatta yathamata. So in the Dhammapada, from the Appamada Vagga, Buddha said, Appamada amatapadam, pamado machunopadam. Heedfulness is the path to deathless. For heedful ones die not, but those who are not heedful, the heedless ones, are already died. And that is the cause. That is the cause of one downfall. That is the way to the death. That means the death will overtake those who are not heedful. So, like as I told you, that imagine a village, and that village is in a deep sleep, right? Very in a deep sleep, and suddenly a gust of water comes, and suddenly the waters gets into flooded, and that flood just takes away that entire village, right? But we are no different from them. Actually, if we are all sleeping, then we are actually going along the current of the death. We are actually going in the samsara. But if we are not ignorant, if we are not asleep, we are awake, we are mindful and heedful, then we are no more subject to fall into this current of recurring existence. We are no more subject to be born again and again, to die again and again. We are no more subject to follow the cycles of samsara. So that is the reason that the Buddha says appamada amatapadam, pamada machanapadam. So it is in our hand, it is our choice whether we will live heedfully or we will live heedlessly. It is in our hand whether we will live mindfully or we will live unmindfully. So my reflection into this Dhamma here that yes, if this is the fact of our life, this is the truth of life, then we should actually use this reflection to make our life more meaningful, to make our life more beautiful, to cultivate more goodness in our life, to build up paramis, perfections in our life, to cultivate our mind and all the beautiful qualities of our mind. Like today we did with meditation, with some chanting, right? With listening the Dhamma or investigating the Dhamma, or even if you are able enough to help someone, you can help somebody. You can share your things if you can able to do that. If you can practice dana, that is very well and good. So taking this time as something in a Dhamma way to cultivate, to develop in the Dhamma. So this is the right time, dear friends, to practice Dhamma, to contemplate on the Dhamma, and to know the universal characteristics of all the things. There may be some people, they have never thought that this COVID-19 will ever come to them. But it did affect to them. And they are now realizing this fact. You see. But however may be the case, the universal phenomena of life remain the same. The sickness is the same characteristics, and once who falls sick, then a person may die. And when a person may die, then you have to reborn again. Because during his lifetime, he have accumulated big amount of karmas, and because of that karmas, he reborn. It takes him to another life, and another body, and another mind, and then it continues the samsara. So moving from one life to another life, the journey of samsara is continuous, endlessly and aimlessly. So to make an end of this continuous existence from moment to moment, we actually have to practice the Dhamma. We actually develop the understanding of impermanence. And when we understand the anicca nature of things, and then we further go into anatta, the non-self nature of things, because whatever is changing, there is no abiding, there is no substance as such. But when the things are changing, you cannot say, this is me, this is mine, this is I. Right? Our body, for example, your body is not listening to you. It constantly deteriorating. If the body doesn't change, then you don't have to eat food, you don't have to bath, you don't have to wear clothes, you don't have to breathe. If very simple fact, we are breathing because the body is changing. So whatever is changeful, surely there is no substance as such. And there is whatever is changing and impersonal in nature, no self, then there is dukkha, there is no sukha at all. Right? So dukkha is the third characteristic. So these are the three universal characteristics of our existence. But it all starts with understanding of anicca. So, dear Dhamma friends, today's discussion is about what is life. As I explained in the beginning, life is just like a tree, and these trees have many varieties of leaves. But one day, these leaves are falling apart. The tender leaves fall down with heavy, strong blows, right? And these tender leaves, when it grows yellow color, red color, and even becomes brown color, mature enough, and it is certainly separated from the tree, from the branch of the tree. Right? So when you look at this example of the tree, you understand the Dhamma. And Dhamma is not for any particular person, a particular sect, or not for only Buddhists. Dhamma is a universal phenomenon. It's the law of nature. Take the example of this tree, and you understand the Dhamma. And similarly, I give example of the huge boulders. If the huge boulders is coming, and there is no way escaping, no way to go out, then what you have to do? You have to contemplate on the Dhamma. You have to abide by the Dhamma. You have to live righteously, cultivating virtues and goodness, dana, sila, or bhavana. And I give an example of the village, the sleeping village. So There are many such examples in the Buddhist literature where these examples, actually these life turning examples, have changed the attitude of those people. They change their attitude. They understand, they transform their mind. And that is why they elevated from the bondages of samsara and they become liberated ones. For example, take the example of Kisa Gautami. You already heard about this Kisa Gautami and the story of mustard seeds. And how Kisa Gautami, even though she was born in a rich family and married to a rich man, and she gave birth to a son, and her son died when he was a toddler, just a baby, cannot even walk. And she had such a, you know, love, strong love and affection naturally for her son that she was literally become mad. She was just running about in the city of Savatthi to get the medicine so that her son would come back, her son would alive again. Then while she was just madly rushing to this house, to that house, and asking everyone for the medicines, someone who feel pity for her, and then she said, "You go to the Lord Buddha who is staying at Jetavana." Then Bhavan, when she approached to the Buddha, then the Buddha have a wonderful way, amazing way of teaching. The Buddha said, "Well, this woman has come here to search for the medicine. If I said no, no, there is no medicine for the death, then certainly she will be in big sorrow. She will be, she will experience a big amount of sorrow." So the Buddha said, "Well, lady, yes, I will save your son, but there is a condition that you should bring the mustard seeds, a few mustard seeds, provided from the house where nobody have ever died." So this lady, she thought, well, this sounds to be uh, easy. I can find out the medicine easily in this city. So she went to the city and from door to door she went and she asked, well, mm, oh Bhapati, oh householder, please give me the mustard seeds. Well, mustard seeds is available everywhere. But then she further said, well, have anybody have ever died in your house? Then the family, the person, she says, "Oh, lady, don't talk about that. There are so many people have died in my life, in my family. My father, my grandfather, forefathers. There is no numbers that how many people died in this family." So coming from the house to house, wherever she went, she got the same answer. She found the mustard seed, but the condition is that death is inevitable. Death happens every family. So she suddenly realized, well, death is not something which is only happening to my son, to my family only, or to a particular area. Death is something which is very universal. It is happening to everyone. Whoever born in this world is subject to die. So that very moment, insight just flashes into her mind. And she became alert. She became heedful, aware. And she now at that point moment, her mind changed. And she contemplated about the meaning of the life, how the life is deserting. And then this Kisa Gautami holding holding her son in his bosom. He no more crying. She no more crying, and then she approached the Buddha, and she fell at the feet of the Lord, and she became a nun. And realizing this impermanence nature, finally this Kisa Gautami attained enlightenment. She became an enlightened nun. So this is how this situation, this fact of life, had a deep impact on the life of people, and they changed their life. They changed their attitude. They changed their mind. From the worldly mind to an enlightened mind. From a mind which is attached, it transferred to unattached. The mind which is clinging to all these things, it becomes free from any kind of clingings and attachment. It's free from all sorts of bondages. So today I will leave it at this point. So I will not elaborate on this. So today's message is very clear to us to taking this positive lessons, reflecting on the Dhamma, we try to develop the contemplation of impermanence. Not in a negative way. It is not that life is impermanent, so we should not we should enjoy this life. That is one way, one extreme. So the point is here: if life is impermanent, we should make it best use of it wisely, meaningfully, and by living by Dhamma, so that we are happy in this life and in the next life. So now I will give blessings before we end the lessons. I will just call upon the blessings of the Triple Gem and recite the kathas for all of you, and then I will share the myths. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Mahakaruniko natho hidaya sabbhapaninam puretva parami sabbang patto sambodhimuttamang etena sacca vajjena hotu te jaya mangalang jayanto bodhiyamule sakhiyanandam divardhano evam tavam hijayo hotu Jayassu jaya mangalam aparajita pallanke sise padabhipokkare Abhiseke sabba buddhanam aggapatto pamodati sunakhattam sumangalam supabhatam suhuddhitam sukhano sumuhutto ca suettam brahmacharisu padakkinam kaya kammam vaca kammam padakkinam mano kammam panidite padakkine padakkinani katvanam labbhantate Padakkine Bhavatu sabba mangalam rakkhantu sabba devata sabba buddhanubhavena sada sotti bhavantu te Bhavatu sabba mangalam rakkhantu sabba devata sabba dhammanubhavena sada sotti bhavantu te Bhavatu sabba mangalam rakkhantu sabba devata Sabba sanghanubhavena sada sotti bhavantu te Yatha varivaha pura paripurenti sagaram evameva ito dinnam vetanam upagappati Ichitham patitham tumham khippameva samijjatu sabbe purento sankappa Chando panna raso yatha manijoti raso yatha Abhivadana silissa niccang buddha pacaino Cattaro dhamma vaddhanti ayuvanno sukhang balanti Ayurarogya sampatti sagga sampatti mevaca Atho nibbana sampatti iminate samicchatu. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. May by the blessings of the Supreme Enlightened One, by the blessings of the noble teachings, may by the blessings of the holy order of the monks, may you all be happy, healthy, and peaceful. May you be free from dangers and sickness and illness. May you be safe and protected and enjoy best of your health. May all the merits we have accumulated made conducive to our progress on the path of our life. May all the divine beings they share these merits with us, and may they all shower their blessings upon us. May all the devas they protect us. So may all of you enjoy good health, happiness, and peace of mind. Those who are sick, may they be free from sickness. Those who are in suffering, may they be free from suffering. Those who are in dangers and problems, may they be free from all kinds of dangers. So with this, I conclude this evening Dhamma session. May you all be well and happy. Sukhino bhavantu. Namo Buddhaya. Wishing everyone safe until we meet up in the next week. Thank you very much.